What's going on, everybody? Welcome to beginning of the week. I'm Zach Westfall, and thanks for joining us today on this wonderful Monday, or at least maybe it's not wonderful for you guys. Maybe you're just tolerating it for a little bit or whatever, you know. But I'm all collared up today. Wanted to say, if you're a mom out there, or you're a mom, you're a mom, and you know a mom, you maybe like came out of a mom, or you know someone that came out of a mom, you know. I wanted to say happy early Mother's Day to all of you lovely ladies out there. So, I hope you have a special and wonderful Sunday coming up. So, because that's what day Mother's Day is, everyone. So, if you forgot about it, you better get on that horse and you better start thinking about what you're gonna do for your madre, you know? So, thanks for joining us today. I can't say that enough. And subscribe. So, I wanted to jump in to, Mother's Day, you know, because every year that thing comes around, it just sneaks up on you, and you don't even realize that it's there, and then all of a sudden, you hear it. You hear someone, on one of those what are they called? I don't know. They used to use them in old movies or whatever. But you hear someone up the street saying, "It's Mother's Day. It's coming up. Get ready." And so, and everyone scatters, like roaches when the lights come on. Everyone just goes and it gets what needs to be gotten, to make sure that their mothers are happy, I guess. So, but man, every year when mothers, this is my experience for me. But every year when Mother's Day comes around, I always think of this one song when because I lived with my mom from from 0, of course, to like 10, 11. And but whenever Mother's Day comes around, I always think of this one song my mom would play when she like cleaned the house or the apartment or dang, it could be a dang trailer, We would have been living in a dang tent at one point in time because we didn't have a lot. But she would put this song on, and if you haven't heard of it, it's a Clint Black song. And Clint Black is an old, I'm from El Paso, so that's country heavy out there. And Clint Black is that 6-string, bandit. He's out there doing classical country tunes. But the song that I always think of is called "Put Yourself in My Shoes." And that's what I've been trying to do as I've been growing up, is I've been trying to put myself in my mom's shoes. And it's been tough, here and there. But that song resonates with me, And maybe it's because, that one song, my mom used to come home always stressed out. But she'd throw that album in the damn, remember, because this is like the 80s. This is late 80s. And so we aren't boomeranging CDs around. We're doing double-sided cassettes. Remember that? You got side A, side B. Side B was usually the side that everyone kind of skipped over or whatever. But she put that damn thing on, and she would, it just put her in a better mood. Sometimes I'd make sure that cassette was in there, and start playing it before she even walked into the door, because I didn't know what kind of mom I was going to get after that long work day or whatever. But she'd open up the windows and play that album and dance around and sing the songs and that we're playing. And the crazy thing is, mom, she'd play when she was younger and everything. She sung in like 3 different groups or whatever. So, she's got a set of pipes, pipes on her, and to be honest, I'm not sure like where they came from, or if she like had them installed on her when she was like 3 or whatever, when she was like young. But because nobody in my family, dude, nobody in my family can sing a note or damn pitch a tune or anything like that. We just sound like a bunch of just a bunch of tone deaf damn kittens trying to get out of a mile high litter box right now, that sort of thing. But my mom would do it up, man. She didn't care, and that was the one thing. She'd open up those windows, and the thing is, she belt out those notes and everything, and she didn't care who was around. Because my mom, for her, she doesn't get embarrassed. I mean, the term embarrassment, that doesn't exist in my mom's life. The word embarrassment looks at my mom and starts getting embarrassed. It's like, oh, uh-oh, oh, uh-oh, no, you go ahead, that sort of thing. But because she didn't get embarrassed a lot, that made it really tough. That was the tough part about growing up with her, because it didn't matter where we went to. We would be shopping for clothes, or even at the store, and she'd say hi to everybody that walked by. I mean, everybody. Like, she had known these people for most of her life or whatever. And these people are just strangers, all they're trying to do is just get out there and they're just trying to grab a damn bag of grapes or maybe a can of crab or something, something like that. But at one point in time, dude, I was trying on a pair of shoes at like Payless or whatever, whatever that company is called. That just it got banished or banned or like it got taken off the market or whatever. But it started, man, it had a big G on the front of it. Not Goodwill. Not Gilks. What was it? Oh, Goodies. Shit, Goodies. Remember Goodies? You walk in there and it looks like, everything's, you're getting blinded by, it's like someone took the sun and just put it in that damn store, But you had to wear sunglasses in there just to like look around because, you're in there fully blinded. So, you think that you're picking out a black shirt and really you're coming out with pink something. Whatever. But anyway, so like we're in there, I'm putting on these shoes and all this other stuff. And there was this other mom with these 2 kids. And maybe she was a mom. She could have been a kidnapper for all I know. I don't know, but they're doing some shopping out there, right? And one of the kids is like really acting up, like really throwing shit around and all this other stuff. And then, next thing you know, like the mom, she can't, because back in the 80s, you used to beat the hell out of your kids. That's what you did. Now everyone's all like, oh, poor me. Don't lay a hand on little Michael or whatever, that little thing. But man, this lady, she way back, just put her arm at the biggest distance that she could, like Jose Canseco getting ready just to wind up and hit that damn ball 478 feet out that damn park. So she just winds back, and like she clocked that thing, clock, and then and just lit that kid's ass up, man. Knocked the hemorrhoids right out of the kid's ass and out its mouth. It flew onto like a damn Sega Genesis set or whatever. And my mom, she just, we got it, whenever we got our fair share of beatings and that sort of thing. But Mama was like, never did it in public. It was always in the car or at home or that sort of deal. But my mom just didn't like that public display of abusive love, I guess. But so my mom walks over and says something to this lady, and I'm like, damn, no. In my head, I'm like trying to hide myself. I'm trying to like dig into these, I'm trying to dig my whole body into these, pair of, whatever they were. We couldn't like, we were so broke. Reebok and Nike and all that other stuff didn't even exist. I mean, you think I can't even think of a pair of shoes right now that are that's an off-brand shoe, but I wanted to crawl on that damn thing. But so my mom goes over there and has like tells that lady a little bit, and they like kind of get in each other's face for a moment, and the next thing you know, the lady and her kids are having dinner with us at McDonald's. How? I don't think anyone could do that, could possibly like turn that lady around to where, goes from beating the shit out of her kid to all of a sudden like, hey, it's not that bad. Why don't you come have dinner with with my children and myself. So, but that's just how my mom is. Somehow, like she was always willing and ready to kind of smooth things out every so often, But that was with other people. My relationship, with her, I don't know. Her and I always had a rocky relationship, and I understand now, that being a mom is probably one of the most challenging parts or maybe roles in life, man. There's just so much that goes into it. All the sacrifices that you have to make and the patience that you have to have. And there's just so much responsibility and I would imagine, I can imagine being a mom and trying to raise two kids just isn't easy by any stretch of any means. And it's not like my dad took off on us or anything. Just, divorce happened. Mom and dad got divorced when I was like 4. So trying to raise, two kids, especially a son like me, cause I'm that damn, I call myself the good, the bad, and the ugly, if you ask me. One minute I'm trying to help mom and I'm trying to do good and trying to be a decent child. And then all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm cruising on those, I'm cruising in those murky waves and just, getting into all kinds of trouble. I used to go around and steal Christmas lights, because we couldn't, at one year, we couldn't even afford Christmas lights. So what I did is I decided that I'd go get our own Christmas lights. So I'd sneak over to another neighborhood, pull their Christmas lights off their home, and bring them home and set those things up. So when mom got home, she's like, where'd the Christmas lights come from? And, of course, I had to unwind all those, knock on the person's door and give them back and all that. But, talk about, my mom beat the shit out of me at that time, but I was just terrible, and just, I'd wreck my mom's day. My mom was always afraid of, me going to school. Hopefully I wouldn't get like kicked out or something happened to me, like, or do something at school, like write a little, when you're in like 3rd grade and you used to write notes and try to pass them around class and that sort of thing. Well, I do poetry, I do little sonnets, or stanzas or stances or whatever they're called, but I break those damn things down and get a little laughter out of some kids, and I'm not going to go into what I wrote down. Well, maybe I will. Okay, here's one. I wrote at one point in time, the fuck machine is out of order. Go fuck yourself and save a quarter. And, that didn't go over well once that note landed on my teacher's desk. But that's just what it was, So, but, my mom and I, we wouldn't see eye to eye on a lot of things. And maybe, like, I was just, back in, I'm not trying to get, I'm not trying to get bleak. I'm not trying to do that. But, for a number of years, because we didn't see eye to eye and everything, I held a lot of grudges towards my mom. And even as an adult, like I still did, but I realized as I've gotten older that you have to somehow let those harsh feelings just kind of dissipate. Because that's the past. Sometimes you just got to let them float out into the ether and just let that shit diminish. Like, and it doesn't mean you have to like forget about like what happened to you or anything like that, but I guess as time has moved on and everything, I guess I don't know, I tried to forget about him, I guess. Because you got to bear in mind, you only have so much time with your mom and dad, because life doesn't go backwards. It only goes forwards. So, and that's real. That's life, man. That's real shit right there. And I don't know, man. I don't know. Sorry. It's just sometimes I get these, I'm not going to get into it. What I'm trying not to do is complain about a lot of things, because I know I do that a lot. I'm great at that. You give me something to complain about, fuck. Woo, I'm third in line on that. Maybe even second, but I don't know, just real thoughts, I get, sometimes I get this thing in my head, these real thoughts, these real, hearty notions about like, about how my life has gone, but, with growing up with her. So, happy Mother's Day to all you guys out there, because, moms do it all. They do. They feed us, they clothe us, they clean us and teach us and love us, and sometimes, hell, and I know this, man, they embarrass the shit out of you. They just do that. And I know that. God, my mom will still embarrass me to this day. I'm 40 years old. So, but you know what? Like, with all that being said, I don't think we would have it any other way, So, so thank you guys. Thank you. Thank all of you mothers out there, and happy Mother's Day, early Mother's Day to all of you lovely ladies out there. So, and speaking of Mother's Day, what are you doing for Mother's Day? What are you doing for your mom? Hopefully whatever it is, it's something special, and hey, why don't you let us know? What are you doing for your mom for Mother's Day? Get that voicemail number. Let us know what you're doing. Let's do that. Get at us at the voicemail. That's what I'm trying to say. And that number is 828-630-9575. Let us know what you're doing for Mother's Day, because I'd like to know. Give someone else a an idea. Maybe you're going out there and you're, buying those succulent little candies and flowers and maybe you're sending those out to her for, to show, your appreciation, or maybe you're going to go cook dinner for. Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe you're going to cook dinner for your mom. So you're going to go out, you're going to go out into the backyard and, you're going to catch that snake out of some bush or whatever, and you're going to roast that little reptile up, serve that up to her for an appetizer. Maybe you're going to do that for your mom, because who doesn't like a little anaconda, with a glass of freaking, I don't know, damn apple juice or some peach schnapps or some fresca with a nice fucking grilled up, reppy. Dude, I mean, if that's your thing, maybe that is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. Let us know what you guys are doing for your mom. Let us know. Again, that number's 828-630-9575. So, yeah, again, happy Mother's Day to all of you out there. So, what else has been going on? Hey, yeah, maybe that's what you can do for your mom. Have you ever thought about going out and getting a tattoo or something? Maybe you can get a tattoo for your mom. I mean, I got two tattoos. I got one on each shoulder, but both of them need some serious work. And I thought about going out there and getting them touched up or finished up or whatever, but I really can't make up my mind on how I want them or what. I don't know. I keep on drawing things out, and then the next thing I know, I'm like, I don't like that idea, so I throw it away. It's just, I guess it's just one of those things that, a tattoo is permanent. So once it's on there, it's on there. And if you get something ridiculously crazy, then you're going to get, what's that old saying? You got, stupid, fuck, man, what was it? Stupid. You do stupid things, you get stupid results. That's what it is, And as a matter of fact, I guess one reason why I'm bringing up the tattoo at that, at this juncture, if you aren't really thinking about doing that for your mom, or maybe you could take your mom out to go get a tattoo. Maybe that's what it is. But, a friend of mine, this happened like like 2-3 days ago or whatever. But, a friend of mine, she started dating this dude, and she said that they had, they just had sex for the first time. But he had a tattoo. He had a tattoo that was put on his chest a couple days ago, and he wanted to like surprise her with what it was, and she was real nervous about it because she thought it was going to be like something like totally about her, like her name or maybe her mom's name. That'd be weird. But next thing you know, while they're having sex and everything, here it is. The tattoo is there. And, it was a microwave that said the word popcorn on it, But the problem with that is, not only is it a stupid ass tattoo, let's just say that, but, she said that she had a hard time, like enjoying herself because she kept looking at she kept looking at the tattoo and wanted it to disappear because she was just so distracted by it, And now she doesn't know what to do about it. She doesn't know if she needed to say something to this cat, about it, because now, like, now she's thinking, like. do I want to be with this guy that has this, you know, I'm just trying to think of a brand name, a Maytag toaster on it, or microwave, I mean, do I want to date someone that's going to do that sort of, thing? And, and, it's like, it's up to you, man. I mean, I don't know why he got it. She didn't say why he did it or anything like that. But, but because of all that, I started thinking about, the women that I've been with and that sort of thing, and they've had tattoos, and I've always wondered, like, did I ever get distracted while I was having sex? Because, some tattoo on her body was just like too crazy looking and that sort of thing, and I couldn't think of anything. So luckily it hasn't happened to me, but I could see how that could come across as distracting, in certain cases, if you're having sex with someone that has some sort of, ink on them that you're just like, why did you get this, that sort of thing. Like, let's say it's a guy, and you're really into the guy, and things are getting a little drippy in the bedroom and that sort of thing, and you guys are starting to take off each other's clothes, and all of a sudden the guy, has a Clint Eastwood tattoo or some type of maybe I don't know, maybe a serial killer eating peanuts on this dude's shoulder or chest or whatever, like Mr. Microwave on his chest. And if you have you could, because I can't speak for everybody, but, if you have a little fantasy about, Clint Eastwood, then, I'm not judging at all, to each their own, but, let's say you don't, and you two are in the middle of, harvesting those grapes or maybe, you're doing that horizontal hump, and the only thing that you see is Clint Eastwood's face, chomping on those cashews and everything, I mean, would that be a make it, or, I mean, if I'm making any sense, would that be a make it or break it for you? Because that's what you're going to see every single time that when you guys get going on each other, you're going to just see, and I don't know if it's a young Eastwood or if it's older Eastwood, because, I mean, that's ooh, I don't know, but because nowadays, you have people with all sorts of shit on their bodies, I mean, and I don't know, like, damn, I mean, dude, people are doing all sorts of things, not only tattoos, but, people are like, has anyone heard of this transabled thing that's going on? I mean, these people are trying to, these people are really trying to disable themselves, man. Like a damn, what are they, like a transformer almost, I mean, they're trying to really get disabled by choice. And some of these men and women out there aren't doing too good at it either, man. There was this one cat that tried to, he tried to take a heavy concrete block, or because it's definitely not a soft concrete block, but he takes a concrete block and tosses that damn thing right on his legs. And, because he wanted to have one of his legs amputated. So he thought he was just going to drop that, that Cinderella on himself. And unfortunately, it didn't work because the doctor saved his leg. So now he's just walking around with this lifelong limp on him, and And I'll just tell you, man, if you want to take your leg off, you know, I got a couple buddies out here somewhere around here that'll do that work for you for nothing, man. You won't have to pay anybody anything. You know, maybe just take them out to like an Outback dinner, you know, or maybe maybe take them out to Waffle House beforehand, just so they know that they're appreciated a little bit, you know. Um, but yeah, man, if you're trying to lose a leg or whatever, again, I'm sure that you could pay some guy, you know, a couple dollars just to have that piece removed off of you, you know. But I think, you know, taking someone out to dinner, you know, dinner for a leg, I say that's fair trade. You know, if you want half your arm gone, treat me to a little hash brown smothered and covered, and we'll call it even. You know what I'm talking about? So, but man, you know, it's to me. I was just thinking about that. You know, that's a tough call on the tattoo. You know. And if anybody know, you know, have you guys been out there? You know, here's another voicemail number right now. You know, if anyone out there has been distracted when having sex with somebody, you know, because they got this crazy ass tattoo on them, you know, you know, get at that voicemail number, man. 828-630-9575. You know, like. I'm sure it's happened. I'm sure this hasn't been the first time, you know, for my friend, or maybe the first time for her, but it hasn't been the first time for someone else. So, but yeah. What else has been going on? Oh, did you guys hear about the writers' strike? Man, these writers out here, you know, they're trying to get paid more than anything. And I personally, I don't disagree with them at all. They, you know, for some odd reason, you know, Hollywood is in there and they're trying to really back them up into a damn corner. From what the articles that I've read about and that sort of deal, you know, they're taking, you know, 8 writers or 12 writers or whatever, and they're, you know, instead of working in a large space, you know, they're trying to cram some of these guys into like a damn storage unit or whatever, and trying to make that stuff happen. But you know what? Like Hollywood, just pay your people. You know, half your shows wouldn't even exist if it wasn't for the writers. So why are you going to get all, you know, you're working in $1 billion industry and you can't pay these people? Hey, Hollywood, pay these people. You need to. You know, you see what happened when COVID was around? Dang, there wasn't anything on. I mean, people are rewatching, you know, what they already rewatched. I mean, how many times are you going to watch 2.5 Men or whatever, or you know, I mean, Breaking Bad. God, I mean, come on. You know, and let's be real. Like, no offense to the writers or whatever, but most of these shows on TV, I mean, they suck, dude. They suck. And it's really all because of I mean, and this is just my personal opinion, but I mean, it just sucks now because you can't put anything out anymore. Everyone's walking on hot coals on what should be done or what can't be done. And this, you know, here we go. We've been bringing up the woke thing for the last damn 10 years and all that other stuff. Well, you know, wake up and write something, you know, that everybody will enjoy. Like, what happened to shows like Married with Children. Remember that? That damn show got so much shit. But then the next thing you know, like, you know, the audiences just loved it. You know, but you can't put that you can't do shows like that right now because someone's going to get butt hurt. Someone's going to say like that's not fair. That's not you know, that's a poor choice for programming and this and that. And really, like, I don't know, just the entertainment business right now is just, I don't know. It's just, you know, and no offense to some of these people that have put out movies on like Hulu or you know, Netflix or whatever it is, but man, like some of these movies from these low budget studios and all that stuff, I mean, they suck, dude. It's all CB rated films. Like, you can't, I don't know. I mean, probably kind of like this podcast. but you know, it's just one of those things, like, you can't, you know, you start watching it and you could totally tell in the first like 10 minutes or 5 minutes on how this movie or show is going to shake down just because of, you know, the camera work in it. That's what I do. I look at camera work. You know, if it looks like the camera's like floating around, like, you know, like someone can't hold the damn, you know, iPhone steady or whatever, then like, dude, I'm automatically turned off. I can't deal with it. And don't get me wrong, some movies work out like that. And unfortunately, most of them don't. But, you know, Hulu and Peacock and all these, you know, like, I mean, I get you guys want your original movies and programs and shows and all that other stuff out there because that's what you like put your money into. But man, can't you put your money into something more? I mean, Netflix is a damn $1 million $1 million network, but they come out with, I mean, really, like, you get maybe 4 or 5 good things in a month. You know, and now they want you to spend more money because they whatever they did with their platform, you know, you can't use other people's passwords or whatever anymore, you know, and that's just, I don't know. I mean, Hulu doesn't care. They want you to do that. They want you to like pass out this and that and the other. In Netflix, they take and they take, and then they bump up the price. You know? And to be honest, that's just not fair. You know? So I could see why the writers are on that strike path right now. And you know what? Pay them, Hollywood. You know, pay them, Netflix. Pay them, Hulu. Pay them. You know, what other platforms out there? HBO. Pay your people. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so... you know, it's just shit like that just kind of like, man, you know, that's like working for McDonald's, you know, and only paying your employees, you know, $12. It's like, McDonald's, how much money do you make in a year, and you can't bump up the pay for like to $17 or $18 for, I know these people are only scooping fries and laying patties out and everything, but damn, man, I was reading the other day that there's a dude at Burger King. He's been working there for 22 years. But Burger King at least went out and said, here's $400,000 for your pension. Like, you deserve this. You've done so much for us and here you go. You know? And that was very cool of them to do. And, because they didn't have to. But when you're doing work like that, when you're doing, Vente de dos años, for this company, 22 years, you better get something. So, but good luck to all you writers out there. Let's see what else. Oh, the NBA playoffs are coming on, are on right now, and dude, it's getting crazy out there. And I'm gonna throw out my predictions real quick before. Oh dang! Oh, we've been going at it. 40 minutes. I'm gonna throw my prediction out there real quick, and probably people aren't watching, and I really haven't been watching, but now it's getting. Now is the time to watch. I'm going to say 76ers, Phoenix Suns. That's my prediction. And I'm probably totally wrong. And don't place your bets on whatever I say. Don't do that. And the NHL playoffs, just real quick. I'm just going to blat this out real fast before I take off because, I just like hockey. So, I played hockey forever. I'm going to say that it's going to be the dang Florida Panthers and shit, man. The Florida Panthers and what do I want to pick? What do I want to pick real fast? Let's see. Oh, man. It's so tough, man. I'm still pissed off that, that the Avalanche just fell apart, man. Okay, here it is. I'm going to really, 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 really dig deep on this, all right? Most people will say the Golden Knights or whatever because it's who they are, right? I'm going to go with, and I'm throwing this out. It's not going to probably stick on any fucking wall or anything. It's going to go right through it. Like a net. Like you're taking a damn super soaker to a net. I'm going to go with I know this is weird. Okay, I'm going to go with the Seattle Kraken. This expansion team against the Florida Panthers. What kind of fucking Stanley Cup would that be? That would be, imagine the Kraken, their first year, and they win the cup. I think it's only happened it's happened once with the Tampa Bay Lightning. And thank God the Tampa Bay Lightning are not in it, But, it's not like you guys were asking me for my predictions, but that's what I'm going for, is that. So, and if you guys got any Stanley Cup predictions, let us know. What are your Stanley Cup predictions? What are your NBA predictions? Who's going to win both championships? Stanley Cup, this and that. Who is it? Who are your teams? Yeah. All right. All right, I'm going to bounce. I'm going to get out of here. I think, I'm feeling better than I did last week. Last week I had to go to a funeral and all that, and that was really hard. But now we're in good spirits. This is nice to have, and good platform. And by the way, we got a couple guests lined up. We're working on a little intro music. We're almost done with that, and so that'll be cool, man. We got a lady that does pottery. We got a dude that builds immaculate dang just pieces of furniture and that sort of thing. And I'm talking about, like, you should see this cat's work, man. It is crazy. We got a buddy of mine coming in, and we're going to talk about his artwork and what he's been doing. He's starting to move up in that realm. So, really getting known. So we got some things rolling around, and that sort of deal. So that'll be good. So, looking forward to that, because I know, we need guests. I can't just have me all the time. Me talking for 45 minutes about, God knows what. Because, I'll be honest, man. Right now, I've been thinking a lot about what this podcast is really about, and to be honest, I got no fucking clue. I got no clue. I don't know what I'm saying half the time. I'd like to explore, a variety of subjects, and like I said, have guests, come in from all sides of life, and share their stories and their insights on topics and that sort of thing. Because, everyone has their unique and special way, to try to inspire people, and I'm not trying to, I'll say it, shit, man, I'm not trying to gay it up or anything, but sometimes we just stick ourselves in these boxes, and that open mind kind of just disappears. So, to have maybe a different understanding, from other people's perspectives, I think that would be a cool thing to have. So, all right, well, I'm going to roll, and I hope you guys have a great week. Get on those Mother's Day gifts, flowers, trinkets, get a tattoo, of your mom on your ass, and see how that goes when you're doing that dirty sexual work, in the bedroom. See how that flies over. Yeah. But, okay. Well, I'm going to roll. And, again, happy early Mother's Day to you and, to you. So, stay true to yourself, people. Have a wonderful week, all right? We'll catch you next time. Be well.